Oh, it's time to get up already. Oh, oh man. Wow. Where am I? What's going on? What time is it? Oh goodness, what year is it? Oh, let's see. 2025? 2025? What in the world? How long have I been sleeping? I was just working on the first start and buttoning up what happened? Oh my goodness. Is it what we have a stick shift sticking up through the floor. I got a key in the ignition. What's going on? I've got buttons. What? Oh, I'm so confused. It's January 2025 and it's the 26th. Where have I been for so long? Where have I been, guys? Well, let me tell y'all a little bit about where I've been and why it looks like I disappeared from YouTube. Not that any of y'all even care, but we've been gone for a while. I don't even know if it's been 3 months, 2 months, 6 weeks. I don't even know. I don't even hardly remember what the last video I made was. So that's what today's video is all about, guys. We are going to be going over where I've been, why I've disappeared, where we're at on the truck, how close are we to even driving this thing, and upcoming projects. So welcome back. I guess welcome myself back because we have been gone for a hot minute and I am super excited to be back. And I apologize to any of y'all who have been wondering what happened to the truck. It's still here. I've still got it. And we're super close to getting done, guys. So let's jump right into it and start off with where we've been. All right, guys, welcome back. I am super sorry for the crazy amount of time that I have been gone and that there's not been an update video, anything. I'm still alive, if any of y'all even care. We're still here. We're working, we're busy. So where I've been, I've just been working my day job. It is a small HVAC company that my brother owns, and I am one of his only employees right now out in the field, and we have been slammed. We have had an unusually cold winter here in Virginia, and we have been getting snow. Nothing crazy compared to some of you guys up farther north, but we've been getting enough snow that Virginia's been freaking out. HVAC system's been breaking, and again, with just the two of us, we're slammed, which is awesome, and super thankful for that. But all that to say, I have hardly done anything on the truck since my last video. Now, I've done a few little things here and there when I've had a few spare minutes. I have been working on other projects. I've been working on some work-related projects that I've been doing for my brother, and got a new car for a daily that I've been working on getting that guy ready to be fully set up and on the road. We'll go over that in another video because you'll probably see some content on that. But let's get up to date on where we are with the LS Dakota, and we are close. We were close when I took my little 3-month hiatus off of YouTube, but we're still really close, guys. And the biggest reason, other than working crazy long days and hours, as you can see, let me turn y'all around. We have snow. Now, yes, it is melting, but we have had snow here for weeks, and we have been in the single digits and in the low teens during the day. So needless to say, I have not been doing a lot outside, as you'll see. So let's head over to the red truck. If my camera will turn, let's head over here. And here she is, guys. And as you can see, not much has changed. She's still here. She just has snow on the hood. Most of it's actually melted now. But let me get that hood open, and I will go over with y'all where we're at, what is left, and how soon I'm hoping to be driving this sucker on the road. If the hood even opens with all the snow. It's a little heavy. Don't hate on me for not brushing it off because it's mostly ice right now. All right, guys. So As you can see, it looks pretty similar to the last time I videoed. I think I already went over all this with y'all, but the headers are on, fully bolted on. I have the Proform 750. I went ahead and splurged on Black Friday and bought that sucker. So it's a 750 double pumper mechanical secondaries. I kind of have the throttle cable hooked up. It still needs some love. It works okay, but I don't have full travel yet. I got a cheap, you know, this is me being cheap, and this is what I get. I got a cheap Amazon cable setup, and it's so-so. Not great for my application. We have the new coil pack rails, new plugs, new plug heat wrap wires for that guy. As you'll notice, the brake booster is missing because we have the hydraulic clutch rod and all that hooked up, and it is functional. So the factory booster was too big. It hit the cylinder, the master for the clutch right there. So I did get, just the other day came in the mail, a 7-inch booster. It's a universal booster, but I think it'll work, and it looks like it fits in there. The alternator's hooked up. We've got belts on here, the alternator wiring. All the wiring is done. Version 1, we've got it routed into the cab. I still don't have grommets on some of that, but I have some like kind of wrap around the steel to keep it from cutting the wires. The wiring's ran up in the shroud, which is back on, but not bolted yet. My awesome wife went ahead and powder coated the battery box I had made. That is secured in with riv nuts and bolts. And as you'll see, finally, these guys are secured in with riv nuts and bolts all the way around. So these guys are fully done. I was able to chop the spring on this pressure regulator to get my fuel pressure lower. So now it's just right off of here onto the carburetor fuel rails, which let me move my nifty intake, and right here. So feeds in and feeds in. So super simple setup. It's pretty dialed. It seems to run at idle pretty good anyways. And let's see what else, guys. Yeah, really everything under here is mostly done. I did put the radiator in, that one I'd had way back when for the MGB. I decided just to use it because I had it. I did these kind of standing legs that go into this little subframe piece. I hate it. I don't know if that's permanent yet. This is back on. It's not fully bolted in, just temporary in case I needed to take it back off. And I went ahead and made some aluminum kind of coupling pieces for my radiator. And don't hate, guys, this is the first time I've ever TIG welded aluminum, and it was tricky to say the least, but they both held pressure. So I've got to clip a few more clamps on these suckers, put coolant in here, which I would love to just run water for testing, but I don't want to do that because it is so cold out here right now. So let's zoom out. But yeah, that about sums it up for out here. So it starts. I don't have the battery hooked up. I'm sure it's dead as a doorknob, even to the single digits and all that fun stuff. But it starts and it does move. So that's the next bit of exciting info. It actually does move. I've only moved it about 3 inches, but it goes in all of the gears. And basically what we've got in the cab here. So we've got our ignition switch for the MSD box, fuel pump on, headlights still the original switch. The gauges all work except for obviously oil pressure, coolant temperature. Okay, the only gauge that works is the fuel gauge. Anyways, we have the stick here in the floor. Now this, I apologize, I did this part off camera, but it was pretty elementary. I'd already cut the hole in the floor. I made a little riser that we powder coated black for this boot cover. It does go in all the gears. Pretty smooth, feels good. I bought a short throw shifter for a T5 Trans, which was a slightly different year than this T5, but I was able to modify it, make it work. We've got the old ever-loving, trusty Craftsman wrench here with some TIG welds on some plates for this sucker. But that works, and I do need to trim this down still and thread the ball on there all the way. But for now, that works. Super simple. It bolts on both ends, so I can always change this afterwards. But other than that, the interior is still pretty much the same. We do have, sorry about that, Siri was talking to me there, but we do have the clutch pedal hooked up. So as you can see, it's a little messy down here, but we've got clutch pedal, which is hooked to the hydraulics. So it works. Brake pedal right here, which for now I just lopped off a part of it, which is a little jank, but we'll work on that. I have a couple extra pedal parts I might work together to make one good one. So those will sit about right there. This is not fully bolted in yet. I need to weld on some of these guys on the side to keep it from shimmying left and right. But it is, I don't even know if you can see really. But anyways, I basically made the clutch bracket that you all had seen me working on. I ended up getting a perfect version of that. That works great. It's adjustable rod, so I can bring the pedal forward in less. Need to trim up the carpet because now it doesn't, you know, it's not meant for a clutch in this section. So I just need to take off like 4 inches off the top of this carpet here and push the carpet back up there. And then for the brake booster, we've got this sucker right here. So it'll stick through the firewall like so. And then the other pieces will screw onto there. But all that to say, we're so back. We have finally got some 40-degree days coming up where I'm hoping to, one, wrap up the brakes, which is basically just put the booster on, get it adjusted so I have brake pressure. All the lines are still hooked up. I will need to do some brake lines this spring, but for right now, just to get it up and running and driving so it's usable, at least just a little bit. Bolt the booster on, put coolant in the radiator, make sure it doesn't leak. Let the engine actually run for a period of time. I need to hook up my oil pressure gauge, my water temperature gauge, and my voltmeter gauge, which I don't even really need that, but I just want to make sure the battery's charging. Those are the only 3 gauges I'm going to have off the get-go, just to keep costs down. I'm just going to run those 3 and then like my phone for speedometer, and then at some point I'll get a gauge cluster or whatever route I decide to go with that, hooked in and all wired up. But yeah, obviously still a lot of little things to do, but to get it up and running and driving and usable, put water in it, make sure it doesn't leak. I did notice an oil leak the other day when I was idling it, so I need to see where that's coming from. Hoping it's not coming from the oil pan because that'll be a little bit of a pain, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Put the brake booster on, and then just do the exhaust, which I have all the 3-inch exhaust piping I need. I have a Flowmaster muffler, so I'm just going to do a Y pipe right off the headers and bring it down the passenger side and then decide where I want to exit it out, and there'll be a muffler near the end there. So we are close. Super pumped for that. And yeah, I mean, not much more else to say. It's literally pretty much in the exact same place that y'all saw it last time, which is like so close to being done. It's kind of been killing me, but with the weather we've been having, I just told myself, okay, I'm just waiting till it warms up. I'm not crawling under the truck. And we've had like 8 inches of snow almost. In 8 inches of snow, I'm just not doing it. I need to have my welders out here and stuff like that. So I'll do the brakes. I'll get everything done except for the exhaust. Maybe take it for a lap around the old yard. And as long as everything seems okay, get the exhaust done. And then it's just trial and error. Running it, testing it, driving it, find the weak links, fix them, shop around for some wheels and tires, fix the dent that's on this quarter panel down here. You know, there'll be a lot of kinks like any project. You've got to kind of find the weak links in them, but that's the fun part, and at least it'll be usable. And just keep in mind, this is version 1, so there might be some stuff in here that isn't as nice as I'd like it to be right now, or as y'all would like it to be, and I get it, and I'm hoping to work on that. But getting it on the road, running and driving right now is top priority, at least so I can do testing and things like that. So that's pretty much it, guys. Nothing else really new. I did get a new daily, like I said, but I will cover that in another video. The shed still here, still working for me. And obviously I can't pull the car in here, so that's why it makes it a little bit trickier to work on it when it's single digits and in the negatives. But yeah, here is one of the other things I've been working on. I'll show y'all just for the heck of it. And I was going to video this, but I ended up crunching to get this thing done. And I was just like, you know what? I'll bring them back to the channel with the truck again. And then I have some other projects and stuff that I'm hoping on and planning on making here soon. That'll be, you know, maybe not even car related, but just little fabrication things. I'm going to try to video, get some more footage for y'all, some shorts, and just try to keep growing the channel. So I appreciate the support and y'all sticking around, obviously. And again, I'm hoping to not have this long of a pause again. We will be going, me and my wife will be going on a pretty long vacation here soon out of the country. So there will be an intermission in there, but I may try to have some filler footage for y'all. But bear with me on that, and we should be in springtime by the time we get back, so it'll be sweet. I'm super excited for it to warm up because I'm kind of getting tired of the cold. It's been pretty brutal on us. But so here is one of the other things I have been working on. It's kind of hard to see, but basically, let me just drag it out here. Basically, it is a truck headache rack that I made from scratch, which was a super fun project. I got to use the CNC. As you can see, I cut out these sections here, all the holes, they're all uniform and perfect. I cut out this cool little custom logo for my brother for our heating and air symbol for his company. Little space there for the rear tail light. TIG welded this front side, MIG welded the back side. Some of the welds aren't the most beautiful, so we won't get up and close there. And then I added these little hook things on here just to like hook a ratchet strap through to just have another option on places to strap stuff down. So that was one of the things I was working on, just waiting on it to warm up a little bit to slap some paint on it because unfortunately it doesn't fit in my oven. But I'm getting ready to be starting on making a pretty simple basic hydraulic press brake for bending some of the steel when I cut it with the CNC. So I will bring y'all along for that one. And that might interest some of y'all more than, you know, the truck or car content, but that should be a fun little video. But that's it, guys. Like I said, hopefully this week I can be working on the brakes and some of that stuff and just basically getting everything done down to the exhaust. So that way, when it dries out a little bit and warms up a tad bit more, get under there, knock out the exhaust, get it registered, titled, all that stuff, and hit the streets and see what a naturally aspirated 4.8 liter LS with a big carb can do. And then we've got some forced air for it already here in the shed. I will show you all that in another video though, but she's not staying NA for long, but I want to do all my testing, work out the kinks, find the weak links before we start adding horsepower to it. So thanks again for tuning in, guys. Like, share, subscribe, bear with me. It's super hard. As many of y'all know who make content, it's hard to do this while working a full-time day job, especially one with super unpredictable hours. But we're making it happen. I'm enjoying doing it. Just be patient with me and show some love and support in the comments. Tell me what y'all would like to see. I'm open to future build and project ideas. Obviously, we're going to work out the kinks in this sucker for a while and have a lot of fun with it until we move on to the next thing. But any fabrication videos, if you would like a rundown on anything like the Arc Droid or just anything, just let me know. I'm happy to make a video for y'all, and I'm always welcome to ideas and comments. But thanks again for tuning in, and thank the Lord, I'm not dead. We're still here, still grinding. Just got to make some time to get back on the toys. Peace, guys.